Viewers, the latest news about Ethiopia, Amhara, and Tigray region is that there are several reports of ongoing fighting in Abala and Tigray region that I will share with you in this video. According to the latest reports received from several sources, heavy fighting has been going on for the last 3 days in Abala city on the Afar Tigray border. And the battle between Ethiopian National Defense Force, its allies, and Tigray Defense Force is becoming intense. Abala is the city of Afar region, and this place from where the Ethiopian National Defense Force, its allies, and Eritrean soldiers has tried to enter the Tigray region, because the capital of Tigray region, Mekelle, is not far away from Abala city. And now, Tigray Defense Force soldiers are also present in Abala in order to prevent other forces from entering the Tigray region. Tigray Defense Force soldiers are also present in some parts of Abala city, while soldiers of Ethiopian National Defense Force and Amhara forces are also present in Abala city. And from citizens, we are receiving constantly reports that heavy airstrikes are being carried out by the Ethiopian Air Force through drones, and because of which people are leaving their homes. And along with this, reports of several casualties have been received due to the war in Abala city. Heavy fighting continues for the third consecutive day in Abala city, and yet no clear report has been received from Tigray Defense Force, Ethiopian National Defense Force, and Afar forces regarding ongoing fighting in Abala. On the other hand, Oromo Liberation Army has claimed that Oromo Liberation Army has won several areas against the Ethiopian army in many parts of the Oromia region. A few days ago, I informed you that Oromo Liberation Army sources has claimed that Oromo Liberation Army has launched a massive operation against the Ethiopian army and its allies in the Oromia region. And now, according to the latest reports, Oromo Liberation Army has gained control over the several areas after defeating the Ethiopian government and its allies. And the soldiers of the Oromo Liberation Army are now moving towards several more areas. And some photos and videos from Tigray Defense Force are also shared. About these videos, Oromo Liberation Army have been told that the Oromo Liberation Army has started training hundreds of newly recruited soldiers on a massive scale. And in these videos, Oromo Liberation Army can be seen getting training. And according to the Tigray People Liberation Front, for immediate release response to the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs judicious allegations. According to the statement, for the once venerated Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, trafficking in outright lies, distortions, and half-truths has become its most distinguished institutional characteristics. And rather than articulating the country's national interest and tending to those interests, the MFA spends the lion's share of its time on decisive partition assignments, doing the bidding of the Abiy regime. And the MFA, having enjoyed little or no diplomatic success on the international stage lately, has become a full-time propaganda outlet for the Abiy regime, as it wages a relentless genocidal war on the people of Tigray. And consequently, being inundated with a litany of lies by the MFA is no longer surprising. The MFA's statement on 13th January 2022 is consistent with the aforementioned institutional characteristic. The MFA accused the government of Tigray of blocking aid to the people of Tigray by commanding and preventing aid trucks from departing Mekelle. And such a ludicrous statement would be funny if such a sick joke did not come at the expense of millions of Tigrayans who have been subjected to a cruel, inhuman, and morally repugnant blockage for the past 6 months. And the Abiy regime, having laid siege to the people of Tigray, is using starvation as a weapon of war. And only a regime bereft of the capacity for shame would make a baseless claim about an outcome for which it is solely responsible, and incounterable evidence for that responsibility abounds. And the regime has suspended banking services, bombed the main hydroelectric dam, plugging the entire Tigray into darkness, imposed a total communication blackout, and halted ground and air transport to and from Tigray. And only the Abiy regime and its genocidal collaborators take these actions as anything but part of a genocidal blueprint to exterminate the people of Tigray. In fact, since mid-October 2021, the criminal regime has carried out indiscriminate bombings and drone strikes against civilians and civilian infrastructure in Tigray, killing hundreds and wounding thousands of civilians. In the latest orgy of aerial violence on January 8, the Abiy regime unleashed a devastating drone strike on a camp for internally displaced people in Dadibit, in northwestern Tigray, murdering 56 people and wounding more than 128 people. And the number of fatalities is expected to rise as victims continue to succumb to an otherwise non-life threatening injury due to the lack of medications across Tigray. Having escaped from the clutch of a marauding gang of genocidal forces in western Tigray, these innocent Tigrayans were murdered while asleep on Christmas night. And it is the same genocidal regime that feels it has the moral standing to accuse the government of Tigray of engineering the starvation of its own citizens. And everyone, except for the genocidal regime, is convinced that the Ethiopian government is deliberately starving its own citizens. Rather than addressing its inhuman policy towards Tigray that has resulted in the deaths of thousands of innocent Tigrayans, the MFA has issued a statement replete with outright lies. This is a statement from the Tigray People Liberation Front. So viewers, so far is the latest update. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.